Okay, take three on this intro. Oh my gosh, you gotta love it when you move and all of your settings are all kinds of messed up. Anyway, hello everyone, I am Countess Rose. Welcome to another project of mine. For those who don't know, I've been running a book club for some time, and it's usually available on Spotify. Um, but I am going forward and also adding this visual aspect of it. I apologize, the visual aspect is not fully realized in this episode, but it will be by episode 3 of this book. We are going to be starting off with the uh, words. What are they? We are going to be discussing the Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. This is kind of a fun delve into some older classics, and we are having fun. I hope you all enjoy this trip down rabbit holes with me and the rest of the Mad Hares as we dive into this next literary adventure. If you would like to join us, we meet on Mondays in my Discord server, so by all means, come and hang out, lurk, be a contributing member of the discussion, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Bye bye. Oh, P.S. is the whole reason for this intro. I can't pronounce names apparently. I apologize in advance for the mispronunciation of practically every single character's name in this book. I might get better. I might not. I make no promises. Anyway, love y'all. Bye bye. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next meeting of the Mad Hares. We are starting a new book this week. We are reading Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. This is a pick from our good friend Rusty. I am joined by Rusty Helm,
Hey y'all, hope everybody's doing good today.
Grumpy Cobalt,
Hello.
and it's James Audios.
Hey everybody.
Welcome to our lurkers, both in call and on recording. We are happy that you are able to join us in our discussion this week. Um, I have never read an Agatha Christie book before, and this was a very interesting jump into it. I did a little bit of looking into like some of her stuff because I like recently several of her things are being adapted into movies a lot more often. A Haunting in Venice, I think, was the last one I saw in theaters, and that one was actually pretty good. And I think that's actually based off a couple of her books. But I also was looking into like the Murder on the Orient Express is a Hercule Poirot mystery, which is a reoccurring character of hers, and this is actually his 10th book, if I counted correctly. Who would like to start?
Let's see. This is also my first Agatha Christie book as well, and I will be honest, I don't read a whole lot of mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I did read a lot of Sherlock Holmes, but this one is it starts out a little slow, but like getting the characters established, which
Mm-hmm.
there are quite a few. So hopefully my ADHD brain can keep up with everyone.
I think we will, especially seeing that it's like once we get onto the train, that's basically the entire cast of characters we really need to focus on.
Yeah, which one thing it does do that helps is that it has in the front like the cast of characters
Oh, your copy
and a
does?
brief summary of. Yeah,
Oh,
it's like right after the chapters, it has like a cast of characters.
oh, I didn't even look back there.
Uh,
Oh, that might just be your copy.
and yeah, I think we have like 16 characters in this story.
I think that aligns with my count. But yeah, it's like we start off, we get loosely introduced to uh Hercule Poirot. He was originally in Syria. Uh I guess coming off of another case. Now whether or not this was the case that was in the previous book of his or not, I would have to look into that on another day. Because if I feel like I don't know if like these books are episodic or have a running continuous narrative through them as he ping pongs around the world, but I'm not exactly sure. But he is being um, seen off in Syria and he's heading back to England, I believe.
Yeah, I believe he got a an urgent message to return to England post
Yeah,
haste.
it's like
I thought he
something
was
else is
back
going
on
on.
vacation in like Istanbul or something.
Was it Istanbul? Is that different than
Yeah,
Istanbul? It's like I
yeah,
need a
that's what's
world
throwing
map.
me off. Yeah, yeah, that's what's throwing me off too. It's like I want to call it Istanbul, but they keep on referring it just as Istanbul. So I'm like,
Was that
is
just?
this
Is that
like?
just like? Is that just like a quirk of the time when this was written, or because like this was written like back pre World War II, I believe.
Yeah, this was like early 1900s, late 1800s, or something like that. It's like it's
When was you? Yeah, this was pre World War II. It was published January 1st, 1934.
I am reading that Stambul is an older name for Istanbul.
Okay. So it's the same place. It's just like we're not used to that pronunciation. Yay, we get to learn.
yay
Brain's
learning.
gotten bigger.
Yeah, it's like you notice some things about how it was written, and it was definitely a different time period, and uh, styles of writing does obviously change over time. And I'm curious if like just the M dot is a abbreviation for Monsieur, or if that's just a different way of them abbreviating Mister.
Huh. I'm going over the chapters, and I find in chapter 2 that it is that they call it once Istanbul,
Oh, okay.
Istanbul. So it's like it's so
I guess it just
I don't know
like
if they're just
varied on what they called what.
yeah. I mean this one looks like a title, like a Istanbul Trieste Calicia Calicis.
Ah, I looked it up. With
Uh,
that M in front of his name is French abbreviation for Monsieur,
Okay, good to know.
indicating his status as a gentleman, according to Google.
the Europeans and their gentlemanly status.
It happens.
You know, we uncouth Americans not understanding their ways.
Well, it's just like how
What
many of us read English literature with a Belgian character all that often?
Not a
what the
lot.
F is a kilometer?
I'm sorry, we're used to freedom units over here. Thank you very much.
We're used to feet and counting our toes, dang it.
But yeah, we definitely have to deal with like a lot of French in this. I was googling so many of these phrases. I was like, what does that mean? It's like I understand bien, I understand like a few things. Mon cher, like I understood some of those things. It's just like because like again, it's like cultural osmosis. Learn a few common phrases, but some of this was a little bit more than what I would just hear in passing and say like watching Adam's Family. So
Yeah, because when they just go off on a random tangent of like speaking in another language, there is no subtitles in this book.
yeah, we have to use Google Translate, which is a toss up at best.
Yeah, it's like oh you don't know this language? Too bad.
Too bad. But I'm going to mispronounce his last name. Piot. Is that how do you pronounce his last name?
I mean, I probably butchered that title so hard that whoever actually understands it is probably screaming at me right now.
We
So
apologize for
there's
our inability to read foreign names.
yeah, yeah, us uncouth Americans can't pronounce other countries' names that well, especially if we don't hear it first.
Yeah. Istanbul Trieste Kalis. What is that? Term refers to three distinct locations: Istanbul, a major city in Turkey; Turis is a city in Italy; and Calais is a city in France. These cities mentioned in the context of the Orient train, notably in Agatha Christie's, which starts in Istanbul and ends or passes through Calais. Okay, so that's just the oh, those are the three destinations that this train pass runs through.
Okay.
Okay. It's like we don't do much train travel, so that's interesting. But back onto a little bit more uh narration. We first are on the train that's not we are not on the Orient Express originally. We are from Syria to Istanbul. Mr. Hercule is going on a little bit of a vacation after a uh, series of events where apparently he was a great help to the French military in Syria at that time period. I feel like I should have done a history lesson before jumping in this. But as we mentioned earlier, he got an urgent telegram once he arrived at his hotel that he needed to return to England post haste. And so while he's waiting for the train, he's grabbing dinner at the hotel and he runs into Monsieur Bons. I believe is how that's pronounced. I might be horribly wrong. Bouc. Um, he is the director of the Compagnie Internationale de Régleslets. I'm going to assume he's in charge of something to do with the train system. And he's acquainted with the former star of the Belgian police force. So he's pretty important, has a lot of sway over some things. And he is also traveling. And so him and Hercule are trying to handle that. We also find out that there's one section when they're trying to get Hercule on his train. All the first class carriages are filled up. They can't stick him on a regular one because the only open one is already occupied by a lady. But they end up finding one seat in second class that is technically not taken up, but the person who booked it is not mentioned. And as they're having this conversation with one of the attendants, they're like, "It is true, there is one passenger who has not yet arrived. He spoke slowly with hesitation. But speak then. Number 7 berth, the second class. The gentleman has not yet come, and it is 4 minutes to 9. Who is it?" An Englishman. The conductor consulted his list. A Monsieur Harris. "A name of good omen," said Priat. "I read my Dickens. Monsieur Harris will not arrive." And I was very curious about that particular phrase. And it turns out that that is actually a reference to a Charles Dickens novel called Martin Chuzzlewit's. Apparently, there is a character named Mrs. Harris in that one that Mrs. Harris does not exist. She's actually a fictitious character that another character uses to try and build a good reputation for herself, is what I understood from the quick Googling I was looking into. And it turns out that Monsieur Harris is a similar situation of he was technically on the list, but he does not exist because someone wanted a train car to himself.
Ah, very
At least that's
clever.
what I'm
Interesting.
gathering. It's like it was just like a small little thing. I was like, why does Dickens have anything to do with this? And also, like, I was googling furiously trying to figure out why.
Oh, and a quick backtrack. The reason he was benefiting the French in Syria is in 1920. That is during the time of the Franco-Syrian War.
Ah,
They were France was fighting the Hashemites, rulers of the newly established Arab kingdom of Syria.
okay.
Hmm.
So a little bit of world context there.
A little bit of world history context, which is always good to have.
One thing I like about the beginning chapters is it does kind of give good character development to Perot.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to just watch people and make assumptions of them in his free time. It's just something he does automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Like,
aware of his surroundings.
it's like I can vibe with a guy who likes to people watch.
Yes.
Yeah, and from a narrative standpoint, it definitely is very beneficial to where you have to introduce a lot of characters in a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm. And later on in the third chapter is when we get to meet most of the characters that are going to be focal points of this one. But in these first two chapters, we only really meet two, which is Mary. What was her name? Excuse me while I flip.
Debenham?
Debenham, yeah. She is a governess from Baghdad who is traveling. Where was she traveling to? I can't remember. And then another one is a colonel from India. A Monsieur.
Colonel Arbuthnot?
I believe, yes, that does sound right. But those two were on the train with Priyat from Syria to Istanbul. And then while he's at the hotel waiting for the for the actual train Orient Express from Istanbul out, we meet a Mr. Rutherford and a McQueen who Mr. Rutherford apparently is not a very likable person, and McQueen works for him as a secretary, I believe. But everyone gets on the train, and the train ends up off, and it is a 3-day journey from Istanbul to France. I believe it's the full trek, because it goes Turkey, Italy, and then France. And I think Priyat gets off at some point to make his way to England from there, but that's besides the point. Chapter 3, we get a little bit more character introductions.
So the scene opens with basically lunch on in one of the train cars, and it's basically Perot basically looking at all who is seated and eating.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to go down the line.
I did find it funny how Perot apparently has a morbid uh I don't know if it's a sense of humor, but just like a mindset. Like when they were just casually talking at dinner,
Mm-hmm.
Bo was like, you know the scene I'm talking about, huh? It's like Bo was just trying to make light conversation. It was like, and Perot was like, yeah, but what if everybody died?
I mean, that's
It's like
also
that just
fear as well. because his friend was saying like, "Oh, how romantic! Well, we're gonna be with these people for 3 days and probably never see them again." And then he says, "Then perhaps all of these people are linked together by death," which I think is
Mm.
good foreshadowing of what's to come.
That it does.
I wonder if Perot would like the Final Destination movies.
Oh my gosh.
Sure.
He'll be trying to figure out how all those random events came together to make that happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like I never actually watched Final Destination. It's like it's too morbid for my taste, but it's like the clips that I've seen, it's like a lot of very unfortunate events or corresponding unfortunate events there.
Yeah, I'm not all that. It's like, it's not my cup of tea. I'm just like, ugh. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's like
Much
I'm
to
already
go away
it's like
from
I'm already
from here.
like I'm already paranoid enough to get out of the house. I don't need any more paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first bunch of people is an Italian, Englishman, and American, but I assume they're of little consequence because their names aren't even given to us really.
Mm-hmm.
But then we have a Princess Dragomirov,
Mm-hmm.
who
The
is
The Russian princess.
not very attractive. I'm putting that politely. Not ugly as sin, as Perot puts it. Goodness gracious.
He does not hold the punches, I swear.
Didn't
The
one of them
French,
describe her face as a frog?
They did.
no.
They no, they did. Uh a
Totally.
very okay,
Very
yeah, yeah.
cute.
Uh At a small table, sitting very upright, was one of the ugliest old ladies he had ever seen. It was an ugliest of distinction. It fascinated rather than repelled. She sat very upright. Round her neck was a collar of very large pearls, which, implorably though it seemed, were real. Her hands were covered with rings. Her sable coat was pushed back on her shoulders. A very small, expensive black toque was hideously unbecoming on the yellow toad-like face beneath it.
Toad. Okay,
Yeah.
my apologies. So yeah, it's like a toad, not frog, but yeah.
Oy.
Okay, so we had the Italian and the American. What was there was three guys sitting at that table. What was the third one? Oh,
American.
no, it was the Italian, the American, and then there was an Englishman sitting there as well. But all three of them, not much else was spoken about them yet, at least. We have the princess, and then who else?
Well, we have
Mary.
Mary again, sitting with two other women.
Yeah, someone who had the misfortune of being described as sheep. She looked like a sheep. And I'm assuming another American woman, a elderly American woman who cannot stop talking about her daughter.
Gosh dang it, I was on the
Then,
wrong pepper.
oopsie. Then we have Colonel Arabeth again. We have a governess was mentioned again. Middle age.
Middle-aged woman dressed in black with a broad, expressionless face. I
German of
like how she was,
Scandinavia.
yeah,
German lady. There's also a couple, um, some big mustached man. They don't really give a nationality with him, and he is with who we assume is his wife. Again, no nationality attached to them, but she. I don't know why I got the mental image of like a flapper girl. Um, it might have been the cigarette holder and the red nails.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only nationality that we get about the man was that he is not English.
Yeah.
Like he wore English clothes, but he was not English.
Oh no, there's Hungarian embassy, so they're probably Hungarian.
Ah,
And then they also reintroduce McQueen and his employer, Mr. Ratchet.
Mr. Ratchet, who apparently is scary beyond all reason.
He's not a pleasant individual. But after lunch, uh, well, actually, no, I think, oh no, this is correct. Uh, After lunch, Pruitt, McQueen, and Mr. Ratchet are the only ones left. And Mr. Queen leaves, and Mr. Ratchet sits down with Hercule and makes him an offer. Because his reputation precedes him. And he wants him. What did he exactly want to do? He was trying to hire him for something.
To
Which
find an enemy of his.
Oh, he had
I
to
believe.
find.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which something about Ratchet too that I remember reading is that upon when Hercule first saw him or like first passed by him, he just got this evil feeling from him.
Mm-hmm.
He would mention, and before this meeting with Ratchet, Hercule noticed that evil feeling again, and Bo even commented on it like a. I believe they compared it to like a wild animal, like the feeling of a wild animal.
An animal in a
Like the bot.
cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's not just that Ratchet doesn't seem like a nice guy. It's like there's just a aura around him apparently.
Mm-hmm. He does not give off good vibes. But yeah, apparently his life has been threatened by one of his many enemies, and he says he can take care of himself, but he would like someone to find this problem person. And Mr. Pruitt, being a distinguished gentleman and not really in need of money, is able to be very what's the word I'm looking for? Selective with his clientele. And the way he lets Mr. Ratchet down, I just had me cackling when I first read it. Because he turns him down. Basically, Mr. Ratchet is like, why not? It's like, I can pay you handsomely. And it's like, I frankly don't give a damn, sir. And it's like, I don't really like your proposal and I'm not really too clean on this. And he's like, what's wrong with my proposal? And he's just like, I don't like your face.
If you will forgive me for being personal, I do not like your face, Mr. Ratchet.
Oh my gosh, I could not. I was dying.
I mean, part of me is like, can you blame him? Because
No, I
the
can't,
way he
because
was
that
described.
I would say the same thing. But the fact that
Oh
this
goodness.
prim and proper gentleman is just like, I don't like your face. That's enough for me. Goodbye, sir.
So, the gentleman did offer Perot like $20,000, and that's in 1920. So
Was
if we
that
convert
American
that
dollar?
to
That was probably American dollar. So let's do a quick conversion.
20, yes, so
20,000
the conversion is over
USD.
$300,000.
Holy shit. USD 1934 to today.
Thereabouts, like 300,000, I think.
4,700, about just shy of $480,000. It's like this
So half a
dude.
million.
Yeah, this dude was offering him $500,000. I'm just like, Dang, Hercule, you must be doing pretty well to turn down $500,000.
I mean, he just helped the French army, so I'm sure he is doing really well.
Oh, I'm sure he is, but I'm just like, $500,000. But yeah, it's like, I'm just like, how come? But yeah, I'm still just like, my dude, the sass, I can applaud it.
And something else, just like a bring up, it's like 500,000 to catch, or like a 500,000 to find this man's enemy. It's like, what is this guy's enemy here? It's
I
like
don't
that's something
know,
that's
but
across all.
we will
It's
find
like all
out,
for
I'm
that.
sure.
Yeah, because like 500,000 to find somebody that is threatening this man's life. It's like, what are we getting into here? I ask, hypothetically, or have you my brain's blanking.
We're getting into the intrigue, my dear Rusty. Into the intrigue. But yes. So, chapter 4, which is going to wrap up our reading for this week. It's a new day on the Orient Express. Monsieur Boss, they make a stop in Belgrade at the evening. Another car has been added, and Monsieur Boss is moved to another car. Is moved to this new cart, opening up his previous compartment for Hercule. So Hercule is moved, and turns out his new neighbor is Mr. Ratchet.
But of course.
Pleasant neighbor.
Oh, pleasant neighbor.
Oh yeah, so pleasant that McQueen even comments about it.
Yeah.
It's like she goes in depth about how much she gets this bad feeling from Mr. Ratchet, and she of course goes on about her daughter, saying that her mother's intuition is never wrong.
Not McQueen. That McQueen is the secretary to Mr. Ratchet. The mother is Mrs. Hubbard. Hubbard.
Oh,
Yes.
apologies.
Oh
I'm
no,
already
it's
getting
fine.
mixed up with these characters.
We're fine. We're fine.
But yes, after Miss Hubbard uh airs her grievances about Ratchet to Hercule, they
Mm-hmm.
go off to bed, and Hercule hears a moan in the middle of the night that awakes him from a start. He goes off to at least look out his door to see, is it the conductor or
Yeah, at least one of the conductors.
yeah, one of the conductors checking on the matter, which eases Hercule he's eases his nerves, at least for the moment, I would imagine, because
Mm-hmm.
I believe that this was more than just a simple occurrence, as we will probably find out next week.
Yeah, cause apparently that cry is loud enough. It gets a few people's attention, and the conductor goes to go check on it. And when he knocks on the door, someone calls out in French, "Sir, I apologize to any French speakers in the recording. Sir, n'est-ce je me suis trompé," which a rough translation is "It's nothing, I was wrong," which apparently eases the conductor's worries enough to get him to leave. And Breer's just like, okay, that was it, and he goes off to bed, and that's the end of the chapter.
That's me. What was that? Nothing. Okay, go back to bed.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about
Not
here.
worth
And
getting
his,
out of bed.
It's like he's looking at the time. It's like dadgummit. It's like 3:30 in the. It's like 1:30 in the morning. Too early for this.
Yeah, it's like
What
it is. Yeah, exactly.
What's interesting is I don't think we have heard Ratchet speak French at all.
I don't think we have either, and
He's an American, and I'm sure. I'm sure there was some bilingual Americans in the 1920s to 30s, but
I think that it's like just bilingualness was always a lot more common then too.
yeah, but then we would have heard him speak something, especially when he introduced himself to Perot.
Possibly, or maybe he was just like, I'm the big bad guy. I can make money, and I have so much money. I can make you do whatever I want to. How much is it going to take? But you are true. It does lead to the situation of this might be someone else speaking.
The plot thickens.
Yeah. Now,
The plot thickens.
yes. Now, since we have not read ahead, it's like I'll be honest. I don't even know who the victim of what occurs afterwards, and it's like I'm wondering. Okay, so is it Miss Hutchinson or is it Ratchet himself that becomes the victim?
I actually know the story, so I'm gonna not say anything.
Ah,
So
Well, I don't know if it's really that much of a spoiler when it's well, like my copy is written on the back.
okay. Well, apparently everybody knows except me.
It's like because like my blurb on the back is by morning the millionaire Samuel Edward Ratchet lies dead in his compartment, stabbed a dozen times, his door locked from the inside. I'm just like, so something happened to
Ah,
Ratchet, and I'm just like, what should we do with this information?
because my first inclination was, well, this was like a complete guess. I was wondering if Miss Hutchinson was going to be the victim and everybody was going to blame Ratchet.
Well, like Mrs. Hutchins, I don't think was in a private car. I think she was rooming with the Swedish one, wasn't she?
I'm
Or
not sure. I just know that
but
I
like
just know
she was
that she was like that her car
no,
was like right next to Ratchet's.
yeah, but the noise came from Ratchet's compartment. Hers was on the other side of his, and Pruitt saw the light go on, and that one too, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like everything went down in Ratchet's compartment. But we shall find out next week exactly what happened, or at least what we think happened. So for next week's reading, do we just want to finish part 1? That's another 4 chapters, roughly the same amount of pages we just did.
yes, we can do
Okay.
that.
Okay, I'm good with that.
It's like that will at least get us through the actual crime and all the information. And then after that, it's going to be the most of the chunk of it's going to be the evidence, and then after that's the conclusion. It's like I'm curious if Agatha Christie books are all, or at least her longer ones, are all broken up like that. But something to look into. I might have to read more of Agatha Christie's books after this, because this has me intrigued greatly.
That's why I was so confused. I was looking at chapter 3, but I think it was chapter 3 of the second part.
Ah! How did you skip that
Oh, and
far
there's a
back?
diagram. I don't know. I guess I was just absent-minded at that point.
Oh, there is a diagram and that shows where everyone's at.
Interesting. Alrighty.
I guess the front compartments are only single beds. This is going to make me want to take a train ride. I don't know why. Okay. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns before we wrap it up this week?
Nope.
I think I'm good.
I'm personally looking forward to getting to know Mr. Hercule much better because he's wrapping up to be a character that I'm probably going to be heavily invested in the future. I at least want to probably read his first book.
Yeah, it's like when I recommended this one, it's like I didn't realize that there was like four other books before this. It's like I just remember that I picked this up for free at the library in their free
Mm-hmm.
book section. And I was like, oh, this looks like a good book for book club.
Hey, if it
It's like,
works, it works. And I think the most of her books are could technically be viewed as standalone novels because from what I was looking up, she had two primary characters that she wrote about: the Miss Marple Mysteries, and then the Hercule Priet Mysteries. And I was researching a little bit on Agatha Christie. Turns out she had like several rejections prior to the Mysterious Affairs at Styles, which was the first Hercule Priet mystery book, and that was her first publication that actually got some traction. And then after that, it's like I think there's like 20 of these. I might be wrong. But yeah, it's like I'm definitely going to have to get into Agatha Christie more because, good grief, the someone who is called the Queen of Mysteries definitely needs to have more of my attention.
yeah, the Queen of Mysteries. That's definitely a claim.
Yeah, it's like the little blurb about her in the back of the book. Agatha Christie is the most widely published author of all time, outsold only by the Bible and Shakespeare. Her books have sold more than 1 billion copies in English and another billion in 100 foreign languages. She died in 1973 after a prolific career spanning 6 decades.
Wow.
That is an impressive resume. I will have to give it some more attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look more into this, more into her other books.
For sure, for me as well.
That's so
Okay.
weird how technically she was around during while our parents were, young adults and she was still around. It's kind of weird to think about.
Yeah, I know. Because, like, both of our parents were, like, they were, like, teenagers when she passed away, if not early 20s. So, yeah. It's like, it's hard to think. You don't want to think too much about uh, time passing, but it does that sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that is it for this week, I believe. Anyone want to say anything else before we head out?
Nope, I'm all good.
Okay.
I'm liking it so
Awesome.
far.
It's like I'm looking forward to more of this. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Again, will be finishing up part 1 of this book, which is chapters 5 through 8. And until next time, guys, thank you for joining us, and bye bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.